All right, so ready to dive into something kind of different today. We're going to tackle Stoicism.
Yes, Stoicism. It's funny how this whole ancient wisdom thing is having like a real moment.
It's true, but honestly, who can blame people? The world's a bit,
A bit much.
Yeah, exactly. So we're cracking open this article, A Simplified Modern Approach to Stoicism, to see what's up.
Because everyone wants that peaceful, in-control vibe, right? But togas, not so much.
Exactly. Okay, so picture this. You're going for that promotion, right? You're giving it your all, but you also accept that, well, fate permitting.
There it is. That's the Stoic heart and soul right there. Focus on what you can actually control, the effort, the attitude.
So accepting what is and working with what you can influence.
Nailed it. It's this whole understanding of what you can change versus what you can't.
Yeah.
Epictetus, big Stoic dude, said it best. Some things are within our power, while others are not.
Right, makes sense. But how do we actually use this? Like day to day?
Well, this article, it lays out this super practical Stoic daily routine, and it all starts with, get this, morning preparation.
Hold on, so no more coffee and running out the door.
Not quite. It's about like taking a few minutes, setting your intentions, right? You've got your goals, but then there's that Stoic caveat, fate permitting.
This fate permitting thing is really catching my attention. Got an example? Like, how does that actually look in real life?
Okay, imagine super productive, day planned, to-do list, organized, ready to crush it, but then fate permitting. Internet crashes, kid gets sick, car has other plans.
Oh no.
Exactly. Stoicism reminds us, aim for productive, but life's going life. Be ready to roll with it.
Okay, so it's like set those goals, but hold them loosely, knowing stuff happens.
You got it. That balance between striving but accepting what's outside our control, that's key. And that leads us to, ready for this, mindful awareness throughout the day. The ancient Stoics, they called it prosoche.
Proso what now? Sorry, break that down for me.
Basically being present. Aware of your thoughts, emotions, especially when things get tough.
So like when your boss sends that email and you're ready to unleash a reply, you'll regret.
Bingo. Stoicism's not about denying the anger, it's about that pause before you let it control you. This article, it talks about making space between the feeling and your reaction.
Which, easier said than done, right?
Oh, for sure. Takes practice. But even a 5-minute breather can change everything. Ever notice how different things look when you step back, clear your head?
Totally. Never send an email angry, right?
There you go. It's about recognizing we have a choice in how we respond, even when it's tough.
And that's where the whole control what you can thing circles back, yeah.
Yes, you can't control the traffic jam, but you can control your reaction to it.
Instead of road rage, maybe, I don't know, listen to a podcast. Get a head start on some proso, whatever it was.
Now you're getting it.
This is really clicking for me. So we've got the morning prep, the staying aware during the day, what's next on the Stoic to-do list.
Well, the article's big on this thing called a nighttime review. A little time to reflect and really let those Stoic ideas sink in.
So we've put in our Stoic work for the day. Now it's chill time, reflection time. What's that look like? 3
simple questions, right? First one, what went well today?
I like that, starting positive. It's easy to focus on the not so good. Feels like celebrating the wins, even the small ones.
Right. Maybe you finally tackled that big task or just stayed cool in a tough meeting. Recognizing those wins, that's key.
I can dig it. What's next on our evening reflection checklist?
Okay, question 2 gets a little introspective, but in a good way. What could have gone better? Not about dwelling on mistakes, though.
More like, okay, what can I learn from this? Like that moment after a job interview when you're like, shoot, should have mentioned that other project. Not about regret, but about growth.
You got it. Snapped at a coworker. Maybe next time, handle it differently.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing those moments so we can make more conscious choices.
Yeah, because we all have them, those rewind moments. This is like turning them into something useful. So we've done the good that could be better. What's the last one?
Last one's big picture stuff. Was there anything I could have done today that was more aligned with my values? This is where Stoicism gets personal.
Ooh, okay, that's deep. Example, real life situation.
Sure, let's say you're all about sustainability, right?
Yeah.
But you catch yourself idling your car. That reflection might make you more mindful next time.
It's like a little nudge to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. I like how this nighttime thing is both looking back and looking forward, learning and setting ourselves up for a better tomorrow.
Exactly. And the more you do this, the more these Stoic principles become just like how you operate.
So we've got our morning intention setting, our staying aware during the day, and our evening reflection wrap up. Feels like a good system for this crazy thing called life.
It is. And the cool part is, this is just the intro to Stoicism.
Wait, there's more. Don't leave me hanging. There was something in the article about a sage.
Yeah, contemplation of the sage. It's about picturing yourself with a super wise person, someone who embodies those Stoic ideals you're after.
Like an imaginary mentor you can call up.
Totally. Could be someone famous like Marcus Aurelius, or someone you admire, or even a mashup of awesome people. The idea is, what would they do?
Okay, I love that. It's like having your own personal council of wisdom.
The article also mentions this thing called get ready for it, contemplating the whole cosmos.
Now we're getting philosophical. What's that even mean?
Big picture thinking. Imagine looking down at Earth from space, right? Seeing everything, all our problems, from this massive cosmic view. How does that change your perspective?
Whoa, yeah, that would be humbling. Makes those daily worries feel kind of small, right?
Exactly. And speaking of perspective shifts, there's this practice, premeditation of adversity.
Okay, that sounds kind of intense. Are we talking like doomsday prepping now?
No. Or like mental scenario planning. Remember, fate permitting. This is like mentally prepping for those curveballs life throws at you.
So instead of freaking out when you get a flat tire on the way to a big meeting, you've already mentally prepped for it.
Exactly. You've visualized staying calm, calling for help, maybe even using the time to, listen to a podcast. You take the surprise out of it, so when stuff happens, you roll with it.
So it's not about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them, like head on, but calmly prepared. But how do these Stoic tricks actually work in the real world? Let's say our listener is about to give a big presentation at work. They've prepped, but the pressure's on, those pre-presentation nerves are hitting.
Oh, perfect example of a modern-day challenge where Stoicism can really shine. Let's break it down.
Okay, so the moment has arrived. Our listener is stepping into the room, maybe with a slightly too fast heartbeat. You know how it is. How does Stoicism help right now?
Well, think back to that morning preparation we talked about. That's where they set themselves up for success, but with that Stoic acceptance, fate permitting, of course.
Right, because the projector could go rogue, or the fire alarm might decide it's showtime.
Exactly. Can't control that stuff. But what they can control, their prep, their delivery, and a huge one, how they react if things go sideways.
Okay, so instead of spiraling into what-ifs, they focus on what they can influence.
You got it. And this is where that prosocial practice comes in. Picture this. They're up there, taking a breath, feeling those nerves, but not letting them take over.
Riding the wave, not letting it wake you out.
Exactly. And let's say, bam, tough question during Q&A. Throws them off a bit. This is where that inner Stoic sage comes in.
Yeah. What would Marcus Aurelius do?
100%. Instead of freezing, they take a beat, gather their thoughts, and respond calmly, collected.
And then presentation's done, whether it's to cheers or just polite nods, they've got that nighttime reflection routine to unpack it all.
Right. Maybe they celebrate a point they nailed, a question they handled well, and those little hiccups.
Those are the expensive lessons, right? Experience is the best teacher, but sometimes the tuition is brutal.
Love it. And that's the thing about Stoicism. It's not just for the big stuff. It's for, everything.
Yeah.
Traffic jams, overflowing inboxes, you name it.
It's like a mental toolkit for, life, right?
Perfect analogy. Facing those everyday challenges with this sense of, okay, I got this.
This has been awesome. Ancient philosophers to modern day stress, and some seriously timeless wisdom along the way. So to our listeners, if you're digging Stoicism, want to go deeper, check out the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Classic. And until next time, may you find your own Stoic
We hold
calm.
our heads high through the stormy skies. We never say die. Facing every challenge like a Stoic knight. With every step forward, we ignite the night. Bounce back from the falls, never showing no fear. In the darkest moments, our minds stay clear. With a heart of iron and a steady aim, we charge through the pain, never seeking fame. Keep it moving, keep it strong. Push it forward all day long. Stoic courage, battle on. Raise your voice and sing this song. From the valleys low to the highest peaks, we conquer the silence even when it speaks. Life's battles rage on, we never shy away, standing firm in the fray each and every day. Rhythm of resilience pounding in our chest, fighting every battle, never taking rest. Stoic courage flowing in our veins, through the joy and through the pains. Keep it moving, keep it strong. Push it forward all day long. Stoic courage, battle on. Raise your voice and sing this song. valleys low to the highest peaks, we conquer the silence even when it speaks. Life's battles rage on, we never shy away, standing firm in the fray each and every day. Rhythm of resilience pounding in our chest, fighting every battle, never taking rest. Stoic courage flowing in our veins, through the joy and through the pains. Keep it moving, keep it strong. Push it forward all day long. Stoic courage, battle on. Raise your voice and sing this song.
More valuable than a sale. Sometimes a salesperson says, I need a sale. I said, no, you need a skill. Sales are temporary, skills are permanent. Now we move to faith to believe that what we imagine is possible. So we study our own testimony. If we've done it before, we can do it again. Here's what else we study. Other testimonials of somebody who did it. Somebody that built a hotel said, yes, I started with some plans and finally believed it was possible, and here it is. Say, well, if it's possible for one, it's possible for another. In fact, sometimes when we hear the testimonial, here's how they finish. If I can do it, you can do it. See, that's a classic testimonial that gives us now what we call faith. And one of the ancient wise writers said, faith is generated by what we hear. The vocabulary of what we hear, the vocabulary of what we read, that generates faith, to believe that it's possible. Now, faith is not reality. You can't say faith is nothing, because it affects. It's like radiation. To us, it's nothing because it can't be seen. Right? You can't see it, but it has an incredible effect. And that's true of faith. Faith can't be seen, right? With the natural eye, it can't be seen, but it has an incredible effect on your attitude, on your behavior, on your disciplines, on your work for the day, and all the rest. Here's what one writer described faith. Faith is a substance of hope. Now, it's not a substance like a brick being a piece of the hotel, but it's almost. It's so close, it's substance. And the writer also said it's so close, it's evidence. Now, not evidence you can see, but tangible evidence that's just as real as all of our.
Value experience over possessions, because memories are the real treasures of life. Hold your head up and keep going. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Republic. This quote highlights Plato's emphasis on laying a strong foundation, whether in learning, building a society, or pursuing any endeavor. One of the most dangerous things you can do is compare your life to somebody else's. It's not a race. It's your journey. Far more important than the ability to pick the right one is the strength to walk away from the wrong one.
The only reality is the one you imagine and feel as true. Neville Goddard.
My next goal is to win the Nobel Prize. Why? I had to come up with something. I am giving you permission to be great. I'm giving you permission to be everything you were called to be, to do everything that you're capable of doing, to have everything you're supposed to have. Listen to me, you have to be careful when you hang around average people. All they're going to do is tell you what they can't do, and that's okay that they can't do it, but that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We can go from being homeless and high school dropouts to having PhDs, writing books, and becoming the voice of a generation. We can do whatever we believe we can do, and we don't need anybody's permission to do it but ours. You are brilliant. You are special. Yes, you're different, and yes, you're not doing it the traditional route, but greatness is upon you. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. And the 12 years to get the 4-year degree turned into a master's degree. And the master's degree turned into a PhD. God, I can't believe it. I went from being a high school dropout, from being homeless, living in abandoned buildings, to eating out of trash cans, to Dr. Eric Thomas, to writing 6 books. God, are you hearing what I'm saying? Today, stop playing small and start playing big, because I am. All right, let's stop on 3. 1, 2, 3. I am. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am. I am. Listen to me. I was literally homeless. I was coming to church, not really taking showers. I wasn't brushing my teeth. And this guy looked at me and said,
as one who is altogether governed by nature, let it be thy care to observe what it is that thy nature in general doth require. That done, if thou find not that thy nature, as thou art a living sensible creature, will be the worse for it, thou mayest proceed. Next then thou must examine what thy nature as thou art a living sensible creature doth require, and that whatsoever it be thou mayest admit of and do it, if thy nature as thou art a reasonable living creature will not be the worse for it. Now whatsoever is reasonable is also sociable. Keep thyself to these rules, and trouble not thyself about idle things.
You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. When you talk, you only repeat what you already know. If you listen, you may learn something. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. You don't always have to be going, being, and doing. It's really okay to just chill. Choose your friends wisely.
What you imagine and feel as true will become your reality. Neville Goddard.
Today, I'm not going to be able to help you to do anything that you do better. Like, I'm not going to be able to give you a gift that you don't have. But what I will be able to do is help you today operate in a way you've never operated before. Right? I will help you to operate in a way you've never operated before. I'm going to help you to do some things that you've never done in your life before, and as a result, you're going to be able to go to a whole nother level. So we have to start here. We have to start here. Just write down those things, 1 or 2 or 3 things that you have to desperately get done before this year ends. It's desperation. I don't have a choice. I don't have an option. You got to get that done. Got it. Like, I just want you, and I'm not talking about stuff that's kind of important. I'm talking about the stuff that has got it. The ball's dropping and you can't keep talking about it. Like, you will not be able to rest if you didn't get this done. I want you to write that down. I want you to write that. That's where we're starting. I want you to write that down. E.T., like, I got to get this done, E. Like, this is no option. This is not like a vacation. This is not, just making a couple more dollars for the sake of buying a car, a house. Like, E, this is some life and death stuff. E, like, this is some change the trajectory of my life stuff. E, this is like, it's going to put me in a place like where I'm just going to be able to get to that place that I've been trying to get to. I want you to write that down. And it was, look, guys, I'm being honest. It was like random. It was like just totally random. It was out of nowhere. It was the Christmas holiday, and Carl, our videographer, had his family over, and we live around, at that time we lived around the corner from each other. Now we live on the same block. Random, right? Christmas was over. We're just going to the house, just eating dinner. It just was a random night. And somehow we got to talking, and Carl's wife is from Barbados, and she didn't have citizenship.
What are their minds and understandings? And what the things that they apply themselves unto? What do they love, and what do they hate for? Fancy to thyself the estate of their souls openly to be seen, when they think they hurt them shrewdly, whom they speak ill of, And when they think they do them a very good turn, whom they commend and extol, oh, how full are they then of conceit and opinion.
Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. Ignore red flags because you want to see the good in people will cost you later.